Welcome in once again, guys. We're here to feed that Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard addiction, guys. You guys already know. Here we have cards that I would be essentially buying right now. I would start buying and getting exposure into Bonanza only for cards that you need for your decks. Of course, there's deals and steals. Some people already buying quarter centuries. They're already spiking up. We're going to have most likely next week a market watch just focus on quarter century secret rares. But come on, TCG player, put them pictures up, man. But again, today is all about some cards that I'd be buying right now, but again, to play, not necessarily investing into this early. You know, you wait for that for week 2, week 3, a month, 2 months down the road. That's especially me with Black Friday. That's when I'm gonna get exposure, full exposure to Bonanza, and even more exposure to the tins. I plan on buying hundreds of dollars worth of these cards because again, they're great penny stocks. They have demand, especially the staples, and their currency. You know, people are going to always want these cards. So again, we're gonna get started. Cards that I'd be looking at to buy right now to get that exposure, especially to play. If you have a deck and you've never had triple T's, why not? Single digits, you can get exposure with a playset. You know what I mean? $25 to $30, boom, you already have your playset instead of paying 40s and 50s a pop like they were before these reprints. So that's just an example with this card. Again, 8 bones, that's not bad. 8 times 3 is 24. You come here, $25, 26 plus, post-tax, that's not bad. That is not bad, again, to play. If you need to get the card to play, you know, you come in and you get your triple T's. Can they go down to 5s? It's possible. You know, if I wake up and I see this card at $5, I wouldn't be surprised. Again, most of the, all the cards we're going to talk about today are ultra rares. I get it. Many people prefer PCRs or PURs or PSRs or quarter century secret rares. I understand. But today is all about the budget. It's all about exposure. It's all about getting the cheapest version of these cards that you need to play, that you just need. And maybe you have 1, 2 decks that need this card. You know, you want to get the cheapest version possible just to get exposure first. And then a couple of weeks, a month or 2 down the line, you start investing or even picking up the other, versions of this card if you really prefer, to either invest into those. Let's say you buy these, right? And then a month later, you're like, you know what? I want PCRs for myself. You can buy the PCRs then, and then these, you can move those as well. So just playing around with these cards. Again, these are staples. Staples are currency. You can't go wrong with staples, with getting exposure first for yourself if you're missing the staples, and then in a couple of weeks to a month post-release, you want to start getting exposure for your binder, for your investment. There's never been a wrong time investing in staples. Look at that. Even Ash right now, they're all like $5. They came commons and supers and ultras, and you go, everyone needs Ashes. Everyone needs imperms. Everyone needs triple T's, both of them, thrust and talents. These are staples at 3s. You know what I mean? People need evenlies, D barriers. They need the other hand traps, drolls, and this and that, and the third. They need staples, man. Of course, some staples cycle in and out of different meta formats, but again, there will always be staples that everyone plays Ash for the most part. Everyone plays imperms. You know what I mean? So again, those are the staples of the staples. But of course, then there's sub-staples in the sense where you have thrust, triple T's, talents, and you have hand traps depending on the meta format. But at the end of the day, most of these staples will always have demand. These are currency, and you want to start getting exposure, at least for yourself right now. After week 1, not bad. First weekend post-release, you come in. If you need to pick a couple of these up, again, single digits, that is not bad for your personal deck. I'm going to be looking for these. Maybe this weekend if anyone has it at locals on Sunday. If not, then the following week when I head to Indy, at the regionals, I'm going to be hunting for these for myself, just to get exposure to these staples, because I believe now, it's a great time, especially staples like these that came out a little bit cheaper, came up, hopefully by then they retraced down a little bit, maybe towards this current price, but more copies here. Because again, if you can get these for $25 post-tax for a playset, that is not bad for triple T. So definitely keep this one in mind as a staple, man. A lot of demand. People, this card is broken. It is, honestly. And I need it. You know what I need? So you know what I mean? Again, these are the ultras. These are the cheapest versions of the cards inside Bonanza. Of course, you have a million options to choose from, but again, you usually go for the cheapest one. Again, SP Little Knight, another one. Again, this card could get banned. It could. You never know. Card is broken. And it's crazy. Never played it. Now I'm gonna have it. Maybe it gets banned. It is what it is. That's Yu-Gi-Oh. So again, I wouldn't go too crazy for it. But again, if you need the card, If you need it for yourself and you don't have Little Knight, no excuse to not come in here and pay 6 bones. Pay 650s, and you have your ultra rare Little Knight. Yeah, it's not the max rarity, it's not, but you have the card. You have access to the card. Again, I would at least get one right now. That's what I have. I don't have play sets. I don't have R09s. And of course, if you want a play set, that's not bad as well. You put in, 20 bones. Maybe get a play set, 1 for you, two for the binder. That's not bad. Or get 4 of these, 6 times 4, 24. Maybe you spend $25. You get 1 for yourself, and then you have a play set as an investment. Not bad at all. We said, guys, that we expect the floor of this price to be $5, especially, as the ban list speculation continues to loom over this card. Again, if it doesn't get hit, then I expect this to be double digits, even as an ultra rare. That's what I expect, guys. So again, but we'll see. Right now, we're in another gap zone. We're playing the gap zone between Bonanza and the ban list. So again, a lot of indecision. People won't know if they need to pick stacks of these up or if they should just pick up their one of. Me, I'm risk averse in that sense. I just pick my one of and I wait for the information to come to me, the information to come out. In this case, the ban list. Yeah, it could be in December or in January, whenever the next one is. I'm waiting. In the meantime, I have my copy. I'll be playing the card if I play, and then I'll be a happy camper. But as an investor, I don't want to get a stack of these and then the card is banned. Like some cards actually got the ban hammer in Rarity Collection 1 and Rarity Collection 2. I believe some will from Bonanza also get the ban hammer after, they make their money reprinting this card. So definitely one to keep in mind. Then we have Wanted, Seeker of Sinful Spoils. Again, this card is crazy. 2 bones, man. People were paying 10x above current MSRP for this Ultra for the prismatics from the tins. Insane. The demand that this card had. Craziness. Just people wanting to play the engine. The engine is good, man. It's broken. The engine is just great. So again, now people get to play this engine for cheap. And again, you see these, that's just a 1-up for 213s. But the card is really 3 bones. Again, me, if I would want to play this engine, I'd come in right now, take $10 post-tax, and get my playset. That's what I'd be doing right now. After week 1, you see a little bit of a curvature here. You're starting to see a little bit of sideways action here. That's enough for me. You're not that dude buying it at 5s. You know what I mean? You're not buying this card at $5, paying 15s for a playset. No, now you're paying 10s. That's right, 10 bones for a playset to play. That's perfect, man. If you're building the deck now and you needed the engine, the cheapest version right here, 10 bones a pop is not bad at all to get exposure, to play, to build that deck. You've been on the sidelines, because, hey, 10x from these prices, paying $25, 20, 25 bones, that was 70, 75 bones, man, to play this engine. Just this play, a play set of this. Nah, man. But 10 bones, that's fine, man. Now is a good time to get exposure to play. And then the same thing, I would just get the ones I need to play, because this is another one. Again, a lot of people probably coming in, they're like, oh my God, Wanted, they're cheap. They're going to go to 5s and they're going to go to 10s. It's possible. But then the ban hammer could come and put this to 1 or ban it. You just don't know, right? So again, you want to make sure you get the ones you need to play. But then that's just it. To invest, I would be waiting for the ban list. And I know some of you guys are probably like, what ban list, man? Like, it feels like we just had a ban list. When was that? Like in August, September, October, November. Pretty soon it's going to be 3 months that we've had that list. That's crazy how time is flying by. So, late December, January, you never know if we got another list, man. So, I wouldn't be going all into this card for sure. There's a gap zone between now and the ban list. Could this card be a $5 card? It's possible. It's possible. But me, I wouldn't take that risk, from now until then, unless you really would need to. If you want to flip it for $2 a pop, you buy at 3, sell them at 5. It's like, is it really worth that risk? But you guys would decide with your hard-earned capital what to do. But me, I'd pick the ones I need to play and wait for that damn list to come out eventually. Then we have Bonfire. Ultra rares again. Me, this is the one that I'm gonna be picking up. I'm gonna have a super around there. I'm gonna be picking up just 3 bonfires. Yeah, could the card get hit to 2 to 1, maybe even banned? Anything is possible. Of course, Ryzeo, the best deck, uses this card. They might not do it, to let the Ryzeo just do what it does. But again, me, I'm gonna get exposure because I might need it to play. I just pick up 3. I come in here, this card, a lot of 1-of, same deal. 3 50s for an ultra rare, guys. Look at that. These were 3s. They're bumping up a little bit, for the walls. So again, don't let this be 5s and beyond. You want to come in earlier. Me, if I see these on the floor, I'm gonna pick them up. I already got 1 that I pulled from a box, and now I just need 2 more. I just want to have exposure to the card. Raizio is just around the corner. If this card doesn't get hit and stays at 3s, these ultra rares can be $10 a pop. I'm telling you. 5s in the short term, $7.50 would be expected, $10 on the back end as a stretch. I can see it happen one day. If it does not get hit and Raizio, is full power and everyone needs 3 of these, I could see an ultra rare like this at 10 bones. But again, coulda, woulda, shoulda. We just don't know the ban list yet, right? So again, in the meantime, I need 3 for myself. Again, if you need this to play, maybe in a current deck you have or in a future deck coming out very, very soon, then not bad to get a playset, honestly. I'm going to be looking to get this card soon, so if you need it to play, you should be doing the same thing. Same as Diabell Star the Black Witch. Ultra rare, look at that. Card was what? 270s, V-shape recovering here. A lot of one-ofs, the walls are at 325. Same deal. I would come in, 10, 11 bones post-tax, playset. Wanteds, this. You take a couple of dozens of dollars and just get exposure to these engines, to these cards that used to be super expensive, guys. Recently, bonfires, like you need to understand. Where's that calculator? Look at that. Bonfires were 25 a pop times 3. Diabell Stars were pushing what? They were 15s for a while. But then they pushed 20s, let's say $50 plus 50, and then Wanteds were like, let's say like 20, 25, we'll say 65 plus, let's put 75 with tax. That's $200 that people were paying for 3 bonfires, 3 Diabell Stars, and 3 Wanteds, for example. Right now, they're paying what? 10, 345, let's say 15 for the bonfires, plus 15, and then the Wanteds were what? Cheap, plus 10. Now you pay $35, let's say $40, post-tax and stuff, close to $40 for an engine that people were paying $200 for. That is incredible. I'd be doing it to play. And just live with the results. If these get hit, then it is what it is. But at least you got exposure and you got value, because they might not get hit and go up as well. So in this case, to play, I would get exposure at these prices. These are not bad at all. Then we have Super Poly. Ultra rares again. Look at that. Same deal. Going down, a little bit of a U-shape recovery right there. I'm sorry, V-shape recovery. Look at that. You have 1s and 2s at a bone, at a Billy, at a bean, but the walls are at $1.25. And these are great, man. If these keep going down to $1 or even shekels, great long-term investment. Again, if this card skips the next ban list, this could easily be a $2 to $3 ultra down the line. I'm telling you, man, people pulling them now left and right. Oh, Super Poly here, Super Poly there. And then Bonanza, time passes by, the set starts getting harder and harder to get. And then people need their Super Polys. And again, it could happen again, trust me, because yes, we're getting a lot of these new cards with different rarities, but they all come inside the same set. So again, you need your Super Polys. Don't let this be 2 to 3s and eventually 5s, 3 months, 6 months, a year out. Card doesn't get reprinted again, and everyone needs Super Polys. The potential is there. Me, I want any Super Poly I could trade and pick up. I'm going to be doing it. Just keeping a stack away. Of course, not going too hard until the ban list comes out. But post ban list, bro, we're going to be making the moves. We have Promethean Princess Bestower of Flames. I mean, what can I say about this card? People were paying 20s and 30s for this card, and now it's free. At shekels. Out of one-ofs, though. Quickly goes up eventually to $1. So again, why not, man? Why not? If you need it to play, what are you waiting for? You come in, you add these to one of your orders at shekels. You come in and you get exposure to a card that you wouldn't need, because the card is still broken card. And again, if you're already picking up the engine and all the other pieces, you might as well throw this in there to make sure you complete your package. And it's just cheap. It's cheap, man. It's beautiful. You guys need to know, recently, the only way for you to get this card was to pay $20, $25, $30. Incredible. Insane. And now, with $1, you get a copy on a trade, just as a throw-in. No one cares. Insane how things just go from one day being extremely valuable to worthless overnight with the release of a product. Crazy how, so much lost purchasing power in Yu-Gi-Oh! So again, hopefully you guys sold the OGs at 30s, like we said. Now you can pick up a cheap shekel priced Promethean Princess Bestower of Flames. So again, it's too easy. Then we have Polymerization Hero Art. Really like this card, man. Even the ultras are holding some value. Of course, you're seeing this Falling Knife mode here. Why? Because it's the ultra rare, and you see walls at 48 cents. That's good, man. Fit 2 quarters for a pop for this card. Beautiful. Even as an ultra, if you're a hero player and you want this specific version, only 55 listings for an ultra. Look, the next ultra we're going to talk about, 85 listings. Probably a couple of these over 100 listings. This one only has 55. This ultra rare in the future, after these walls get gobbled up, could be a billy and beyond. This is a sitting and walking, the contrast, right? Walking 2x or a sitting 2x waiting to happen, guys. Right here. Right here. Like I could see this ultra being $1 down the line. Maybe 2, 3s, 5, maybe that's a stretch. But going from 2 quarters a pop to 4 quarters to $1, a billy, a bean, a bone. Oh yeah, $1. That's, to me, that's possible for this specific art because this card is beautiful. Beautiful. I don't know how else to say. Just an amazing, marvelous, gorgeous art, you know, on this card. And the contrast with the blue and the red, very, very beautiful. I thought it would have been nice if back here the alternate art poly would have been on like this artwork. Wow, that would have been, I mean, to me, it would have been nicer to be here. But again, I get it. You know, most people probably want to see the OG back there. But yeah, don't sleep on this. Even as an ultra, man, get your exposure. Don't be that guy buying, you know, doubled up in price for this card down the line. Don't do that to yourself. Again, Red Eye's Insight, people are paying $10 for commons. Now you come in here and you pay what? That's 100x less. That's crazy for an ultra rare rarity bump. Crazy. 100x less in price with multiples there. 10x would be $1.10. 100x would be 11 bones if I'm not mistaken. Crazy. That's what people were paying. That's what people were paying for commons not too long ago, and now you get 100x in value less. Crazy. That means if you sold 1 common at $11, you can buy 100 of these ultras. That is insane, yo. Not to say that you would want to, but if not, you can recycle that purchasing power into something else. So again, this card as an ultra, if you need exposure, if you play it, you run the engine or whatever, come in here, man. Just get it at shekels, get it at dimes here. You won't regret it down the line. Same as Heatwave, man. People were paying $13, you know, for a common as recently as a week ago. People were paying 13 bones for a common of Heatwave, and now you have a rarity bump here, a holographic here for a quarter. Look at that. For a quarter, you get exposure. You need it. You know, you're going against Tenpai. You need the card. Just pick it up, man. Ultra rare. Get exposure to these cards. Don't be that guy. I'm coming back and seeing Heatwave up 2x. Because people take it for granted. You know, oh, the J, you know, that's a quarter. And worst case, I come back and I just pay 2 quarters at 50 cents. It's still cheap. Yeah, but you're paying double the price. Regardless of how many pennies or shekels or billies, you're paying double the price, and that's what matters. So that day you come back at 50 cents, you could have been buying double the amount of copies right now for that same amount of money. That's powerful. So you come in and get exposure. You need a Heatwave. Yeah, you have other cheap rarities. If you want, you know, you maybe the PCR PURs, they're like 50 cents, 75 cents. That's fine. Shekels as well. You get the rarity you want. But if you're on a tight budget and you literally just want exposure to the card, this is awesome that you get a holographic version for this cheap. Man, I want to appreciate you guys. You know, continue to join in and follow. Make sure you keep it in mind. We're going to host a giveaway probably next week. So you want to make sure, you know, you keep that in mind. You want to come in, man, just follow right here. How do you follow? Right there, 1 click, link in the description down below. Come over here, click on that X and follow, and you're ready to participate in our giveaway. Just like the Discord, man. Getting closer to 700 people. You want to be that guy. You do want to be that guy that joins in the Discord so you can participate in our Discord giveaway coming soon. Don't miss out. And if you want to become a seller on Whatnot, 1 click gets you in. If you want to take advantage of, you know, selling those cardboards, pieces of cardboards to Billy Bob's, this is the best place to do this. Link in the description down below. And guys, none of this counts as official financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. We're giving away a quarter-century Bonanza box. We're talking about the ultra rares today. You can pull you know, beautiful rarities and cards from this box that I have here sealed with me. And 7K, that's just around the corner. All you have to do to get exposed is ring that bell and destroy that subscribe button, guys, and like the video while you're at it. Why not, guys? So make sure you get exposed. to the giveaway that we will be doing soon. The channel continues to grow, and it's all thanks to you guys. Guys, we have Allure of Darkness. Same deal. Jay, I'm playing Malice. Jay, I'm doing budget. If your budget, you just want exposure to the card and it's not like a common or anything like that, it's an actual holographic. Same deal. It says it was quarters, and here we are, still around the quarter level right here. But again, when you go to sales, you see people, coming in droves, guys. Insane. Look at that, paying even 50 cents. Look at that, 60 copies at a quarter. People coming in and actually investing. Then you have Billy Bob's at a bone right there. So again. Yes, there's an Ultra from Brothers of Legend. You know, there's supers and cheap versions now and commons and stuff. We understand, but this card will be targeted in the sense that the masses will need it for Malice. So don't take it for granted. The quarter centuries are already spiking up. You know, you have a multitude of rarities that you can choose from. And you also have the boomer side of things where, you know, people use this in Black Wings and in Edison. I think even though it's at 1, people still use it. So again, you need allures. Just have allures, man. It doesn't hurt to have allures because it's good for Time Wizard. It's good for Modern with Malice. So definitely one that you want exposure to if you're on a budget at those shekel prices, man. The shekel ranges. We have that Grassless Greener again. Secrets and the other rarities are cheap, but if you're on a true max budget, 14 cents, man. Barely over a dime. You can have access to that Grassless Greener, a card that is broken and that now, you know, it's cheap. It's cheap. Recently, you could only have this card by paying like $30. Recently, only have it. If you didn't have $30, you couldn't have or play the card. Now, don't take these prices for granted. Don't let this one day be 50 cents up 3x. Don't do that. Even for an Ultra, you come in now, especially if it's a play, just get exposure to the cards you need. Same as Totally Awesome, man. It's a beauty. It's a beauty to see that, you know, recently the cheapest Toad was $4 or $5 in order for you to have and get the card and play it, you know, and now you get one for free. You get free Toads, man. Free Froggies out here. It says here 27 cents, but yeah, you see a couple of deals here, you know, under 20 cents right there. So it's not bad. Again, for these Ultras, they're pretty cheap. Please, you want to make sure you get exposure. Toad is Toad, man. Sharks play it, Sprite players play it. You know, it's broken card. It needed to come in Bonanza. I'm happy that it's here. So again, at 15 shekels, you know, a quarters, whatever, that's cheap, man. To have your Toad for $1, you can get a playset. Maybe even 4 of these for $1 and some change. So don't take these for granted, man. Toads, it'll never get old, man. Just having Toads in your binders, or you know, or at home in a stack of cards is totally awesome, man. The card, look at the name. The name says it all, guys. The name says it all. We have Silent Mining, Ultra Rare, same thing. Malice, around the corner, you want cheap access to cards that you'll need if you're playing Malice. Look at it, at a dime. You have Walls of China at a dime. Look, if this card goes from a dime to a quarter, thanks to Malice hype, that's up 2.5x. People don't realize it, man. People don't realize it. That means if you put $20 in, you're up to 45. I'm just saying, if you buy $20 worth of Ultra Rare Silent Minings and they reach 25 cents, you're up to $45, I think. Am I not mistaken? I think so. Or to $50? Man, let me see. Let's see. A 3x from 20 would be 60. Yeah, so a 2.5x would be 50 bones, man. Don't take this for granted. Do not take this for granted, guys. Please, I'm bad at math. It should be around there, but you guys get the gist of it. I'm not saying you should go in and spend $20 on this Ultra Rare, but just whatever money you put in, you can be getting a 2 to 2.5x pretty soon. Because I could see this. It wouldn't surprise me if I come back and I see Silent Minings at quarters. And that's conservatively. They might even reach 40, 50 cents. You know what I mean? So again, the 5x potential is there. Again, for a card that, yes, right now, there's supply, but yo, the closer we get to that Malice hype, people realize, and I think there was at Ignister support recently. So again, Cybers, don't take these for granted. Yes, there's shekels, but within shekels, guys, from a penny to $1 is a massive range. You know what I mean? If it goes from a penny to a dollar, that's 100x. From a penny to 10 cents is 10x. So again, you know, there's a big range of opportunity and multiples of play in the shekel world. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure to keep this in mind, especially for a card that actually has relevance, meta relevance coming soon with Malice coming out. Then we have Secret 6 Samurai Kizaru. There was people, the only way that you could get this card was by paying $40 to $50 2 weeks ago. Insane. So again, if you're a 6-hand player, you probably weren't Billy Bobbing here at 2s because you're smarter than that. That is insane, man. There was people paying 10x, crazy, more than 10x, 20x. If it's here at a dime, 20x in price. Yeah, because 10x is $1, 20x is 2 bones. That's what Billy Bob was paying. Those 2 Billy Bobs, they definitely don't want the channel, so that's on them, man. Losing their purchasing power like that. But again, if you need the card, here, free, at a dime. You know, so again, if you're a 6 Samurai player, just get exposure to the card. Don't need to wait. Don't need to let this ultra rare, again, go up 2.5x to a quarter or beyond because you forgot to pick it up. Not bad to get exposure. Even as an investment, man, it's not bad to get exposure. Even, excuse me, even a playset. Let's say you come in here and you buy a playset. You put in 30 cents. And again, if the card reaches 33 cents, then you're up what? 10x? I think so, right? I'm sorry, guys. A 3x. Okay, from 10 cents to 30 cents, that's a 3x. So if you buy 30 cents worth, then you have $1. It's just as an example. So again, just exposure. Me, I'll be coming in here and just buying a couple of playsets of these just to have exposure. Because again, people take for granted these shekel moves. They do. They're like, oh, it's still shekels. It's still cents. Who cares? Nah, I mean, you 2-3x your money easier than if the card would be worth billies. Don't underestimate that potential right there. Black Rose, Moonlight Dragon, same deal. People were paying 7 to 8 bones recently for any copy of this card. And even before recently, they were paying double digits across the board. Now you get a dime. You get the same card for a dime with the same similar rarity and ultra rare. It's too cheap. It's too cheap. Please, please, please don't sleep on Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. It's a broken synchro monster and recently saw play thanks to Tenpai, if I'm not mistaken. So again, bouncing in Yu-Gi-Oh is never, you can never underestimate it. It's always been broken, guys. So again, excuse me, you want to get exposure to this card sooner rather than later, because these ultras, you just don't know, man. They're dimes today. They could be quarters and multiple quarters and then Billy tomorrow. You never know, man. You never know. Of course, for many of these ultras, it's hard. It's going to be hard to see a Billy just because of the supply, but you just never know. And especially at these deals, like, you can't go wrong. They're just too cheap, man. Like, there's never been a better time to build a binder in Yu-Gi-Oh. Never. You have multiple rarity collections. This past year, these past 12, 13 months, the best time to build a binder in Yu-Gi-Oh! For the long term. A year, 2 year, 3 years out, there's never been the best time to start now. 3 rarity collections, 2 tins in the last year. Amazing time to create a binder with cheap penny stocks. And we have Protos, same deal. Arch Nemesis Protos, people were paying 20, 30s recently, even as high as 40s. And now you come in and you pay freemium. That's what you pay, freemium. This card is free. Throw-ins and trades now. Insane how this value just dwindles like that. People were literally paying 30 bones, willing to pay. Yo, you have a Protos? I need it, bro. I need it. How much? 30? I got you. And now, free. A dime. Crazy, guys. So again, get exposure. You see this at 10 cents, you need to buy your Protos. Don't need to let it 2-3x down the line, even as an ultra rare penny stock from Bonanza. Love it, man. Love these prices. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, man. These broken cards, why not? Of course, don't go crazy. Oh, Jay, I'm gonna buy 100 copies because the card is gonna be $1 billion beyond. I mean, you never know, but you know, just we're talking about exposure here, especially if you're on a budget. But you want to build a binder, you want exposure to some of these cards. Perfect. You come for the ultras, you come for the cheap penny stocks. We have Destiny Hero Malicious. Malicious has always been a broken card. Of course, it has commons now. And now these ultras, commons from the speed duel set, things of that nature. But again, don't take Mallies for granted. They're cheap today, but now Mallies are a 3 in modern, if I'm not mistaken. And they have, you know, meta relevance for old time Wizard formats as well. So again, massive walls today, but after these dry up into the future, you know, this could, again, most of these cards that I'm talking about today, they can go from a dime to a quarter to 2 quarters, 3 quarters, multiple quarters, and you're up those same multiples, you know, above 2, 3x, 5. You know what I mean? A lot of potential here with these shekels, especially for cards that have always been relevant. Again, keep in mind the listing, keep in mind the walls, especially as this product just came out, but it's beautiful. If you're on a budget, you can get access to these cards that in the past were way more money. And then we have Clockwork Knight, again, getting support in the future. I believe in Supreme Darkness, if I'm not mistaken. So again, this is an ultra rare that could easily 2x from 1/4 to 2/4 a pop. One to keep in mind, with the rec support coming, it was single print up until recently, up until the Bonanza release. So again, if they're reprinting this in here, I believe it's with a purpose. If you need to get exposure at a budget, this would be the best version to be picking up. And I need to end it on this note. Swappy Frog, man. The Frog, man. Again, Edison, you know, Time Wizard, and Modern with a Sprite. Can't go wrong. You need access to the card. People were paying 5, 6, and 7s for the same rarity of this card. For ultra rares that now they're free at 10 cents a pop. Just can't go wrong, man. I don't know how else to say it. You cannot go wrong getting Swap Frogs at a dime. You just can't, man. Easy money, man. Easy work is just too easy, guys. So keep these penny stocks in mind. Wanted to make this market watch again. If you're on a budget, this is the perfect time to start getting exposure, especially if it's to play. So that's what I want you guys to take from this. Hopefully you guys found value in today's video. A lot of penny stonks and Bonanza, man. I'm excited, you know, to little by little start getting exposure. Because again, they're good. All these cards are gonna get harder to get in the future. So you want to come in now and start getting exposure, especially if it's to play and for yourself, guys. Hopefully you had fun, you know, in this video. I appreciate those that tuned in on the live stream, man. The fight was lackluster, to say the least, in my humble opinion, but what can you expect? You know, an old man, and things of that nature. But hopefully you guys, you know, enjoyed this market watch. And yeah, man, much love for you guys. The channel continues to grow, continues to consistently, you know, pump out views and subs and stuff. Thanks to you guys. This video just came out recently. So again, I appreciate it. Look at that, man. Consistent views up there. All thanks to you guys. I appreciate you guys continuing to find value in what I do. You remember, man, like one of these, you know, a month, 2 months, 3 months, I was like, yo, I had back-to-back 2K videos, man. That's crazy. And now if you go back, you know, by the time you guys are watching, this is probably at 2K, you know. So again, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, 6 consecutive videos. And then this was a double upload, you know, in the same day. So again, that's 3K in one day, you know, and then this one here. But before that, you know, 2.5, 2.4. Look at that, consistently insane, breaking the channel's record here. Look at that, man. Insane, with a couple of 3K videos, just to show you guys, you know, that I'm thankful because if thousands of people, sometimes I take it for granted, man. Like sometimes it doesn't hit me. Yo, like I could sit here and thousands of people are watching. You guys are straight MVPs, man. Yo, honestly, man, it never gets old. So thanks for being here on the road to 7K to give away that Bonanza box. If you can share this video with one person, it would really go a long way. Maybe in a group chat. Just let them know the sub, man. Let them know that here's where it's at right now. To find consistent value, daily market watches on our way, big picture wise, to 10K. I really appreciate all you guys do over here, guys. Thank you so much for your time, for your support, and for your attention. Stay fresh.